Hello, welcome back. So in this video, I am going to take you around Matera, which is a very, very cool, unique, ancient place. And then after that, we're going to head down to Otranto and go to the beaches. And I'm really, really excited. But first, I'm going to show you around the bed and breakfast that we're staying at in Matera because it's super cool. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little room tour. We just walked in. I'll flip the camera around and show you. So you walk in, and this is what you see. Nice stone over here, a seating area, an office little area, and then the bed, which is just so cool. Everything looks like kind of pretty custom, in my opinion. And then as you go up here, this is the bathroom. And it is just so cool in here as well. This is our first time actually in here. The shower looks amazing and just super cool and modern, but also historic at the same time. And then over this way, I think arguably one of the coolest things, I mean, that's really cool, but one of the coolest things is this view. And then when you open this window door, you walk on out, there's a seating area. And look at this view here. It is insane and beautiful. So cool. And look at the outside facade here. So nice. I think this might be one of the coolest places I've ever stayed. Yay! So nice. I picked a good one here, I think. Okay, so we are about to just head out right now. We just got here and we have to head out because I have a walking tour booked of Matera, and it's like 20 minutes away and it starts in 30 minutes. So we're kind of out of time. The drive took a little bit longer than I expected because we kind of went the wrong way and then took a longer way, but we're here. This place is cool and I'm really excited to just walk around and experience everything here. Probably get a nice dinner after the tour, and yeah. So many times. So cool. Okay, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about Matera because there's so much history here, but it's also really, really cool and interesting. So the first thing is that the people who originally lived here somehow managed to build these cave homes like with no tools, which is just amazing. But they would live over right in here. Let's see if it'll focus. So they would live in these cave homes over there, and then what they would do is they would trek all the way across this valley down here, and they would go all the way up to these caves, but they did not live in those caves. They just took their sheep over there, and it was only the men who would go, and they would be over there, and they would actually ride their sheep to get over there because they were very short people, only 4 feet tall. I guess they were vegetarian, and that made them considerably shorter. That's what the guide said, at least. One of the things that's really sad about this settlement is that they were here, and over time the Italian government apparently came in and basically over time made them leave this area to kind of clean it up. That's what they were saying. It basically made it so that the people of Matera no longer could live in the cave homes, I guess. Right now there's all sorts of caves, and the people of Matera wanted to live there but are no longer allowed to ever since the government made that rule. So it's just really, really interesting stuff. It's really beautiful. I think there's a lot of amazing history about this place, but there's also kind of this essence of sadness because the people who lived here had their way of life but kind of got it taken away from them. And I don't want to misspeak, but it sounds a bit like kind of like the Aboriginal peoples in North America. The church also came in at one time and basically convinced them that they were doing good, but then questionable things might or might not have happened. And there was this big divide between the wealthy people in Matera and the poorer people in Matera. So the wealthier people lived higher up, and so some of the nicer cave homes and stuff were higher up, and then the poorer people lived down below in the lower cave homes and in the ones over there that I initially showed you. Another fun little thing that they did share that's on a happier note is how they used to communicate. So I guess when they were staying in those caves over there, they used to communicate by literally screaming to each other. They would like yell to each other, being like, oh, do you have eggs? No, I only have one egg left. And that's how they would talk to each other, because the terrain was so steep that they wouldn't actually really move around a lot. And so just outside their houses, they would yell to each other. So everyone in all the different families in the communities would know everyone else's business, which I think is pretty fun.
2019 last response.
Okay, so I'm just taking a minute here to tell you a little bit about Brevity because they are the sponsor of today's video. This is a Brevity backpack minus the clips that are my hair clips that I always store on there. This is easily the best backpack I have ever had in my entire life. It is so functional. It has so many good compartments, including like a front compartment here for all my stuff, access to the bottom of the backpack via a zipper right here, which gives you access to that, and a side zipper, which is how I access my camera, although I'm recording on that right now. But basically it means that you don't have to dig from the top of the bag to the bottom of the bag, and it has a lifetime warranty, which I think is amazing. Thank you once again to Brevity for sponsoring this video. I love their backpacks. I was eyeing it for so long, and it definitely lives up to the hype. Okay, now back to exploring.
You can check out my Brevity backpack by going to brevity.co/DIYDalia.
So down here is where one of the scenes in the last James Bond movie was filmed, which is super cool. Hello, kitty. Where do you think he's gonna go? Where do you think he's gonna go? Not in the hall. Not in the hall. Where does he live? Cat Chronicle. Don't let it. Oh, hello. You hear it meow?
It's cute.
So it is currently 9:30 a.m. and we are just packing up our stuff to leave, but we actually woke up at 5 a.m. to get ready to go down to that main area of Matera, that historic area with the Stasi, I think that's what it's called, with like the cave homes. And the reason we did that is because yesterday we were looking around and I just really felt like I cannot believe that years ago people were able to make these homes and caves, and they did it with no like electric tools and just fully by hand and super manual, and the integrity of the structures was still there, and so many of the materials that they used were super strong and super innovative, and I loved that so much. So I wanted to go back and I wanted to kind of capture some footage to basically make a like Instagram reel / YouTube short / TikTok about that thought. I don't know if you guys have watched, but I do YouTube shorts and I will usually overlay a story. Like I'll tell a story that's part of whatever it is that I'm doing. So sometimes I'm showing the DIY projects that I've done, and then I'll overlay it with a story of what that makes me feel like when I'm watching it back or while I'm doing the project. And I love that way of doing it. So since I had that kind of feeling when I was there, I just wanted to share that. So we woke up, we walked down there, super warm. I changed into a dress while I was there to just kind of like add to that story. And my hair, I actually woke up, I started doing my hair with my hair straightener. The electricity like went out. We couldn't figure out how to turn it back on. There's like a panel in here, but everything was still set to on, so it didn't look like anything was tripped. So I was really confused. So I just quickly like flattened the top of my hair while my straightener was still warm, and then I just did this braid, which now looks a little bit more wonky than it did. And we went, and I was kind of like, oh, that's so annoying, it's gonna be like just in this braid, whatever. As we were walking out, we saw another panel in the front room, and I just opened it quickly at like 6 in the morning. No one was there. I opened it and I saw one of them was tripped off, so I just switched that back on, and then our electricity came back, and I was like, oh man, I could have just come out here and done that, and then I would have had my hair properly done. But then when we got there with my dress, with the braid, it really fit. So I will include some footage. I don't know if I got horizontal footage, but I'll include whatever I got so you guys can get an idea too. But it really fit. It was giving like Game of Thrones vibes or something really cool. I really liked it, and it was just a happy coincidence. So I love when stuff like that happens. And it worked out so much better than otherwise. But however, while we were walking back, because it's all really steep and stuff, it was so hot, I was dying. I didn't have my hat, which I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I did have a sun umbrella, and that was a game changer. So a little hot tip for you: a hat is better than nothing, and a sun umbrella is better than a hat, because it keeps you partially in the shade. But yeah, then my husband went, he like had to move the car, and he brought back like a chocolate croissant for me and one for him. We enjoyed that, and now we are recharged and ready to go. So we're just like finishing packing up a little bit of our stuff over there, and then we're gonna head out. This place was really, really cool and really special. Overall, Matera like is one of the coolest places ever. I would recommend it if you're gonna come to this part of Italy, and it's just beautiful. And I could see it being really nice at so many times of the year. Like in the spring and fall, I think it would be easily walkable. In the summer, it's beautiful, but it's just hot. And it's not very crowded, even though it is like a touristy destination, especially in the summer. But it didn't feel crowded, especially compared to anywhere else that we've been. Now we are headed to Otranto, which is like a really cool beach place. Okay, fixed my braid, and we're off now. Wow, you look cool. Okay, so we arrived in Otranto, and we just checked into our next place. It's so cute here. We spoke to the owners, and they are like the most lovely people ever. So friendly. Easily the most friendly people that we've encountered so far in our whole trip. But here is the place that we're at now.
She made those paintings.
Yes, that is.
And then she gifted you one.
Okay, so she gifted me this painting, which she painted herself. And then she went on to say that she painted every single piece of artwork that is in the whole bed and breakfast. She's definitely an artist. That's amazing. We got a nice light going on. It's super modern and clean and fresh in here. We have direct access to outside. Apparently we will eat breakfast out here, which would be nice. And then the bathroom is like 100% new, modern. Actually, this whole place is new and modern. So this should be our nice little home for the next couple days. Hello, it is now 1:30 the next day, and I think we are actually going to go head out to a place to swim that's really cool. It's more like cliffy. I think it should be a unique place to swim and really interesting just to show you guys as well. So we're gonna head out now, and I'll see you there. Dirt road. Okay, so we just arrived, and we drove down this like really sketchy dirt road. But we're here, and I'm pretty sure the vehicles here in Europe are like, their suspension and stuff must be different because, yeah, because there's like potholes in so many different roads, and you just have to go over them. Meanwhile, in Canada, I swear if you went over those, the tire would like pop or the wheel would like fall off or something. I don't even know.
Well, they've got like the cobblestone streets and stuff, so.
Yeah, that's true. A lot with like missing stones. So we're gonna head down now. This place is really interesting. It's supposed to be like a very, very, very local place. And so far we're seeing what looks like really local people just hanging out. There's like a random hammock, dogs around. So let's see. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
What is that?
No idea.
Whoa. Now this is what I was hoping for. Looks like there's more stairs to go down here.
Hi there.
This place is really cool. There's some people like up over there. There's some people over there. And there's some couples. I think getting to it is really cool from that staircase over there. We stored our stuff on this rock right behind me. We've been swimming for probably how long? An hour?
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
A long time.
Some people are sitting out like on rocks, but we haven't done that yet. Oh no.